She was the embodiment of glamour, an icon of a generation, and a symbol of sensuality. But beyond the bright lights of Hollywood, Marilyn Monroe's story is one of complexity, vulnerability, and tragic beauty. This is the life of Marilyn Monroe, the woman behind the legend. Born on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California, Norma Jean Mortensen was far from the glamorous star she would become. Abandoned by her father and with a mentally ill mother, her early years were marked by instability and loneliness. Her mother Gladys was often hospitalized, leaving Norma Jean in foster homes and orphanages. At the age of 16, Norma Jean married her first husband, James Dougherty, to escape the harsh realities of her life. But even in marriage, she felt trapped, and the dream of something greater soon called her away. In the early 1940s, Norma Jean changed her name to Marilyn Monroe. She began to pursue her passion for acting, starting with small modeling gigs and uncredited movie roles. It was a time of great change, both for Hollywood and for her. Her big break came in 1953, when she starred in Niagara. The world took notice. Marilyn's beauty, charm, and unique blend of vulnerability and strength began to captivate audiences. But there was much more to the woman than just the bombshell persona. Hollywood quickly pigeonholed Marilyn as the blonde bombshell, a stereotype she would struggle with throughout her career. In her most iconic films, such as Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Some Like It Hot, Marilyn played the dazzling, sexually liberated woman. But this persona was a mask that hid her insecurities. Behind the glitz and glamour, Marilyn faced constant battles. She struggled with depression, insecurities about her acting ability, and an overwhelming sense of loneliness. She was in search of love, validation, and a place where she truly belonged. Marilyn's personal life was equally tumultuous. She married baseball legend Joe DiMaggio in 1954, but the marriage ended in divorce after just 9 months, amid her struggle with the public's obsession with her image. In 1956, she married renowned playwright Arthur Miller, a union that seemed to promise her a new chapter. But even this marriage couldn't shield her from the deep emotional pain that haunted her. Marilyn's true self remained a mystery. She confided in few, but those who were close to her witnessed a side of Marilyn that contrasted sharply with her public persona. She was intelligent, passionate, and deeply sensitive, but also fragile and fragile, battling severe anxiety and self-doubt. Her last film, The Misfits, written by her husband Arthur Miller, was meant to be a fresh start, but it became a painful reminder of her struggles. Her emotional and mental state began to deteriorate, and the cracks in her life began to show. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe's life ended tragically at the age of 36. She was found dead in her Los Angeles home from a probable overdose of barbiturates. Her death remains shrouded in mystery and speculation, sparking numerous theories about the events leading up to that fateful day. Marilyn Monroe's legacy endures. She remains one of the most iconic figures in cinema history, celebrated for her beauty, charm, and acting talent. But beyond the images and the headlines, Marilyn's story is one of a woman striving for love, acceptance, and a sense of belonging in a world that often exploited her. Marilyn Monroe will always be remembered not only as a star, but as a woman whose light shone brightly in the darkness. A star who, despite her fame and allure, never quite found the peace she so desperately sought. Marilyn Monroe may have been a symbol of Hollywood's golden age, but her story reminds us of the cost of fame, the human behind the myth, and the fragile heart of an eternal icon.